Welcome. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our pre-service meditation this morning. My name is Tina Blassie, and I'm a practitioner here at New Vision Center, which I joyfully and gratefully do, all that kind of good stuff. So today I'm going to read from the Greater, Richer Living book, which I just love. And it's December 1st today, and I thought, let's just see what it has to say, because it's like, for me, the beginning of this intensified season of light and love. And I hope this warms you all up just like it did me, just made me feel warm and fuzzy when I was reading it. So I'll begin. How about if everybody just gently, just close your eyes, just gently do a body scan, just see if there's any tension, anything that would like to have a little extra love or breath sent to it. For those watching live stream, wherever you may be, bed, couch, floor, yoga mat, do the same. Just take a look, take a feel. And just maybe a couple of deep inhales and exhales, allowing the body to relax, to receive these words. Let them flow through you. The forward look is the Godward look. My heaven will never be unless I make it out of the materials of my own thinking. Today, I set my sights on God, who fashioned me in its own image, after its own likeness. I stand at the door of the abundant life and I knock. All that I seek opens to me and beckons me to life's fullness. I enter into my divine heritage and I walk with the great and the true. My pathway is filled with ease, for I am thinking to take me to my goal. All of mind urges me on, and all power is my strength to move. Idea after idea comes to my consciousness in right sequence at exactly the right moment. I'm inspired to right action in every detail. I walk forward in ease. There are no obstructions in my pathway of mind. The mistakes of yesterday are behind, and the future beckons with the promise of God. God is where I am, and God will always be with me. God will never lose mine, nor will God's love let me go. God's listening mind tells me good can be before me. The way is clear, and I never let my doubts create detours. I handle each doubt as it appears and declare it to be nothing. This way is straight. I walk in peace to my selected good. I am pushed from behind by the Spirit, even as I am led forward by true guidance. I walk in faith. My decision to accept my greatest freedom is a mighty power within me. It leads me, it directs me, and comforts me when doubts assail. I am undaunted by the problems I seem to face. Ahead of me is the royal road to good living based on spirit and motivated by love. This is the day of progress. This is the day of demonstration. I walk in the dream of accomplishment, and my dream becomes a fact. Slowly, gently bringing your attention and awareness back to this time and space. Just wiggling fingers, toes. My decision to accept my greater freedom is a mighty power within me. It leads me, directs me, and comforts me when doubts assail. I am undaunted by the problems I seem to face. Ahead of me is the royal road to good living based on spirit and motivated by love. This is the day of progress. This is the day of demonstration. I walk in the dream of accomplishment, and my dream becomes a fact. So when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Oh, so delicious. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. We'll be starting service shortly, so enjoy, and thank you again. Namaste.
Jingle bells, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing and bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bells, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chiming, jingle bells time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bells Square. In the bossy air. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time, swell time to go riding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, kick up your feet, jingle around the clock. Mix and a mingle and a jingling feet, that's the Jingle Bell Rock. What a bright time is the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go riding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, kick up your feet, jingle around the clock. Mix and mingle and a jingling feet, that's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell, that's the Jingle Bell Rock.
Good morning. Welcome to MVC's Sunday service. I'm Sherry Cody, and I'm here to share ways you can get connected in this, our dynamic community. Step into your power at our free leadership event with Reverend Karen Russo and our Leadership Council President, Nancy Harkins. Together, we're going to learn how New Vision leads with heart. We'll uncover your natural leadership qualities and explore ways to serve our community with purpose. Join us in person or online and take the next step in your own journey. The longest night of the year is upon us, and with it comes the promise of returning light. Join us for a winter solstice celebration filled with warmth and community. Together, we'll share a fire ritual, enjoy drumming, set intentions for the year ahead, and connect in friendship on the patio. Everyone is welcome. Did you know that we have 2 munch and mingles happening after our Sunday service? One takes place right here in the social hall on the campus, and the other takes place in our main Zoom room. Enjoy the connection time. See you at one of the munch and mingles. We have some exciting news to share. You might have noticed over the years that when people work in the MVC office, they blossom, and their lives overflow with good things. Well, it's happening again. Maureen's practitioner practice is getting so expansive and exciting that she's stepping away from the office to dedicate more time to being the powerful practitioner that she is, right here at MVC. Tamara has been such a beautiful member of our team. She brings order and grace to our processes. Now she's fulfilling a dream of moving in the spring to a gorgeous lakeside California life. That means that there is an opening for the next evolution of our office team for a full-time office manager. If you feel called, or you know someone that is looking to expand their life through being a part of our amazing office team, please reach out to Reverend Karen. Finally, it's December, so let's celebrate anyone who has a December birthday. If this is you, please stand so we can celebrate you.
Today is your birthday.
So register and learn more about any of these opportunities through our concierge service online at newvisioncsl.org or in person in the social hall. Today, stop by and see Joan. That's it for now. We have a great service coming up. You're invited to stand now, if you are able, for our congregational song.
Love is my decision. It's up to me to give of my heart. Love is my decision. No one else can tell me to start. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to stand on that bridge. Love is my decision. No one else can make me forgive. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down that road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. Once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision right here and now. My decision right here and now.
Good morning, New Vision Center. Good morning, online campus. Oh, they are loud this morning. It is December 1st. Can y'all believe that? We are in the month. I've got one clap. That person's done with their shopping. Good job. My name is Reverend Lezli Goodwin. I'm the Associate Minister here at New Vision Center, and I am just delighted to be with all of you today. And I love inviting everyone in to open our practice together. So the first thing we do is make sure that our heart and our mind are on the service by laying aside anything distracting, and that can be cell phones. So if you would be so kind to put your phone on airplane mode or even turn it off for the kindness of the people around you. If you're someone who uses your phone, maybe turn down the brightness of your screen and make sure it's not going to ring, and save Reverend Karen and I from making those awful jokes that we make every time. We should get some better jokes for that. When that is complete and we're ready to really sink into our service, we're going to do a couple of things. I'm going to invite our gongster up to the gong. We've got Stephanie Black doing that job today. She's going to ring the gong 3 times, and I invite us to just let ourselves settle through the ringing of those gongs. We'll have some chanting. We'll have a prayer from our practitioner of the day, Tina Lassie, a little bit more chanting, and when that is complete, there is a resonance in this space that reaches out beyond the physical building. Beloveds at home, I know you're going to feel it too. Are we ready to begin? Let's do it.
God is all there is. God is all there ever will be. God is all there is. God is all there ever will be.
God is all there is.
God is all there ever will be.
God is all there is.
God is all there ever will be.
God is all there is. God is all there ever will be. God is all there is. God is all there ever will be.
And it is in this sacred and holy moment where 2 or 3 or more are gathered, I recognize one power, one magnificent presence, the one life, one love. And I call this God. And this God, this essence, this vibration is everywhere present in all aspects of life. Always has been, always will be. It has never, there's never been a beginning, there will never be an end. And I know this creative vibration is in all of life, in every aspect, every event, every relationship, every breath, every conflict, every action, right there, always and in all ways. And I know it expresses as love and harmony and peace and joy, wholeness and freedom. And I know I am one with this one. I know that it created me in its full expression, whole, perfect, and complete. What it is, I am. And I am what it is. And as I know this for myself, I know this for each beloved here today. Each one sitting in this sanctuary, each beloved watching on live stream, any beloved that hears the vibration of the truth of these words. I know each one created a spark of consciousness, individualized into this physical life on purpose right here, right now. And I know that each one is whole, perfect, and complete. And so I celebrate and bless this service today as we are reminded each week, refreshed and renewed in this truth that we know, that we know, that we know. And it is our faith that holds this truth through us, in us, and for us. I know that it is always right and perfect. And so I bless this time together. I bless it knowing that each one hears or feels exactly what they need to know, exactly what they need to feel. And so I bless this beloved community that keeps us alive here, open and a beacon of love throughout this world. The vibration of the love of this powerful, powerful community is felt all over. And so I bless this time together. I know that it unfolds with ease and grace. The songs, the words, the music, all that took to bring it together today, all of it. And so I give great thanks for this truth, great thanks as I release this into the law, knowing it is done. Knowing it is done as we believe, because sweet Spirit says, yes, my beloveds, yes. So therefore I let go and I let God. And together, joyously, we say together, and so it is.
God is all there is. God is all there ever will be. God is all there is. God is all there ever will be.
And so it is.
And so it is. Do you feel that? Doesn't that feel lovely? I want you to be present to what you created. It's your willingness to open your heart to the gong and your willingness to have your voice join in the one voice of Spirit and your openness to the consciousness that comes with all that is in the prayer that creates this space. So thank you for doing what is very difficult to do, but so easy for us to be in each other's presence. So thank you for that. I'm Susan Kirby. I am your host for today's service, and I am honored to be here with you. I want you to know we are... I first want to welcome everybody in the sanctuary. Thank you, everyone who's here, for bringing your presence here. And online, we appreciate your presence as well. Thank you for joining our spirits here together. And we are a very radically inclusive community. What does that mean? That means wherever you are, whoever you are, however you're being, you are welcome here. And there are many communities I've been to who are really good at saying welcome. This community is actually really good at experiencing, welcome, come sit with me. So if you haven't yet experienced it, keep joining us, and thank you for being here. And to really introduce us to you, I would love to start with sharing our vision statement. It's the basis of everything we do. And I'd love it if you would read it with me. Revealing the power of love. Now, how do we reveal the power of love? We've created a mission statement. Read that with me. We teach spiritual living, and we live spiritual teaching. Imagine living spiritual teaching. Wouldn't that be, so this is what we do. And this holiday season, one of our ways of living the spiritual teaching is actually meeting people where we are. Not all holiday things are happy. All holiday things we think should be happy. And there are moments where it triggers things and times when it wasn't, or maybe even times in the moment where it isn't. And we have a service called the Blue Holiday Service. It's the facilitators are Reverend Lezli Goodwin, Tina Vlassi, and Maureen Garrity. It's going to be held on December 8th from 5 to 6, both in the Grace Chapel and on Zoom. So everyone is welcome. There'll be singing, there'll be remembrances of holidays, there'll be all sorts of ways to create a safe space to be exactly where you are in the holidays and have no expectations of you being other than that. As we say, we're radically inclusive and we really mean it. So please join us with that. Now, I would love to welcome those of you. You've met us a bit. And for those of you who are here for the first time or are new wish to this community, I would love it, well, we all would love it, if you would stand. And we understand it's your choice. So if you would stand, we'd love to honor you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Beautiful. Thank you for being here. Thank you for honoring yourself to stand. And for anyone who didn't stand, we see you where you are, and we love on you from there. And I will be at the welcome table right outside, and I have a small gift for you, and I would love to meet you individually and just invite you into our community as we are. So thank you. And thank you online for those who are here for the first time as well. Now, I would like to start. What we're doing now is we're going to do a candle lighting service that really brings the physical presence of Spirit to be on here. So Stephanie, would you come up? We're going to do a message of inclusion that goes along with this lighting. So we acknowledge that all people, all sentient beings, come from the one great universal presence, which we call Spirit, and we honor and acknowledge you wherever you are on your spiritual journey. This one candle represents that light that each of us possess within us, regardless of the path we are currently on. Would you please light that? Thank you. We bring light for those who are focused on deepening their walk with Spirit. We gratefully walk with you in wisdom. We bring light for all who are working on expanding their prosperity consciousness. We stand with you and know abundance is yours now. We bring light for all who seek a deeper sense of love. We hold you high in that one place of one love. We bring light for all who struggle. We stand with you and know that the grace of the One is with you now. We bring light for all who feel exuberant. We and celebrate your success with you in joy. We bring light for all who are in transition. We support you through these changes and know the peace of the divine is here for you. We bring light for those who are new to a spiritual walk. We stand with you during this time of discovery. I invite each of us to bring into our hearts an individual who may just be lost or feeling separate and speak a prayer of affirmation, knowing that light within comes forth in their consciousness for their highest good. Thank you, Stephanie. We are so blessed by our music ministry with the Divine Groove, and today our featured artist is no guest, but our featured artist is Rick Bainey. Rick, will you please join us?
Thank you. I believe for every drop of rain that falls, a flower grows. I believe that somewhere in the darkest night, a candle glows. I believe for everyone who goes astray,
someone will come and show the way. I believe, I believe above the storm, the smallest prayer will still be heard. I believe that someone in the great somewhere hears every word. Every time I hear a newborn baby cry or touch a leaf or see the sky, then I know why I believe. Every time I hear a newborn baby cry or touch a leaf or see the sky, then I know why I believe. Thank you.
How was Thanksgiving? I've heard a lot about people's wonderful Thanksgivings, and I too had a fantastic Thanksgiving. We went over to my parents' house, and one of my sisters and her family were there, as well as a number of our children, adult children and their families, and baby Elizabeth was there. So, you know, I was just in gobble the baby heaven. Don't worry, I didn't actually eat the baby. I was so tempted. Oh. And there were some complications. A very serious talk with a couple of our kids about the reality of Thanksgiving being maybe not the most deeply founded, beautiful experience if we go back to the early Thanksgivings, and that we are celebrating on occupied land that should be in the hands of those who tended it first. A good conversation, kind of a hard conversation. Some of my family members weren't there for scary and real reasons. And we celebrated the ones that were. And it brought me to this idea on this beautiful December 1st of celebrating wonder, the wonder of the season, and how it isn't always right on the surface for us. Sometimes what we're looking at is a missing friend, or a scary diagnosis, or somebody in the hospital, or someone with whom you're estranged, or the memory of a time when that was so. Grief is not linear, and it shows up whenever the heck it wants to, and it seems to be whenever I put on especially joyful jewelry, grief is like, ha-ha, I'm invited to the party. So how do we do this thing called celebrating wonder in this season we've built of celebrating absolutely everything, when the wonder isn't right on the surface for us? Sometimes we have to make an effort to locate and enjoy the wonder. The good thing is, when we make that effort, the wonder is everywhere. It is absolutely everywhere. And in supporting this theory, I found the most beautiful, poignant quote on TikTok. This gentleman said, life doesn't have to be perfect for it to be filled with unimaginable joy. Take a breath. We can do that though, right? We can say, well, I will be happy when it's better. I will find beauty in life when it's better. But right now, when there are still untold numbers of wars going on and Palestine is still occupied and I'm not speaking to my brother and I have a wrist in a cast, this is not happy wonder time. And it's not fair of you to ask me to look. That's toxic positivity. It's okay, take a breath. Toxic positivity would be asking you to pretend like those hurts aren't there. And that is not a thing we do here, which means it can get a little messy and squidgy at times, because if you're gonna acknowledge all that is and call it all God and all good, then you're gonna see all that is. So how in the midst of all of that wildness can we find the wonder within ourselves, with one another, and within our relationship with the divine? I'm delighted you asked. So let's start with finding wonder within ourselves, It turns out Reverend Karen already gave this talk. She thought it was a talk on something else, but conveniently the same formula works. She said, we stop, we look, and then we go. The wonder is everywhere, but we get going so darn fast, we don't even see it. We don't even see it. We glaze right over the top of it. Our prac students are reading Mark Nepo's 7,000 Ways to Listen right now. Oh, so good. And 3 times this quote showed up in logs I was grading this week, which is a clear sign from the universe that I am supposed to hear it. The fragile, resilient miracle of life is unrepeatable. That we exist at all is a stunning improbability. Yet we tend to fall asleep to the beautiful fact of being alive. A couple weeks ago, we talked about in celebrating everything, remembering to celebrate the things that we accomplish before rushing off to the next task. And I almost fell prey to it this week. Many of you know I crochet. I've been crocheting for 40 years now. Thank you, Grandma, for teaching me. And I crocheted up a little baby blanket for a new baby in our family. My cousin Kelsey had her second baby, baby Bowen. And I packaged up this blanket and I put it in the mail and I was like, task done. Good job, me. On to the next thing. And then I get this picture of little Bowen. And the message Kelsey sent, I still call her my little cousin. She's in her 30s and is a physician and a mother of 2 now. She said, oh, this soft, snuggly blanket arrived at the perfect time for a cold New England winter. By the way, Bella, his big sister, still has her blankie on her bed with her stuffies. I do love to crochet. I will basically crochet for any reason. And I do love to give gifts. But something hit me about my blanket, my baby blanket, that my grandma made. Same grandma that taught me to crochet. And now I had a piece of it until college. And that all the way across the country, children I've never met are snuggling up with this little piece of evidence of love from someone they don't even know. And that is wonderful. That is filled with wonder. That we live in a world where I can package something up and 2 days later it's on the other side of the country being enjoyed. That we have little babies to celebrate at all. That right this moment, there is probably a little boy or a little girl with the blankie all snuggled because it's cold in Maine, you know, getting snuggled up because I bothered. Would Kelsey have thought, oh, I can't believe Lezli didn't send a blanket for the second baby. She sent a blanket for the first baby. No, it's these little drops of being willing to be part of the love pattern of the universe and then noticing how that ripples through the fabric of life itself. So how can we practice this kind of wonder? There are infinite ways. You can choose to engage, drop a sweet note to a friend, pick up the phone and call. One of my favorite ways is, you know that gratitude journal we're all talking about all the time? We do love to talk about a gratitude journal around here. I have added 3 spots at the bottom of my gratitude journal for wonder. Where have I noticed something wonderful? And it is my job. And some nights I have forgotten to pay attention and I'm sitting in my bedroom looking around for something wondrous to appear. And it usually appears with a clump, 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 in the form of my not quite puppy anymore, Apollo, who's part Mastiff and 98% giraffe legs. And I can't be unhappy when there's a giant all-legs puppy trying to show me love. Is there a space in your practice where you can add a little bit of accountability to yourself for noticing the wonderful, the delightful, the delicious in your life? So the next space is going to be about finding wonder with others. Now, with the people with whom we get along famously and have everything in common, this is so easy, right? Yeah, no, there's no need to try to talk about that. But when it's either people with whom we feel challenged or people that we don't know, it can be a little bit more difficult. I remember, so my daughter Lauren's about to turn 30. And I remember when she was a teenager and she said, God, I hope I'm dead by I'm 30. I would never want to be that old. I have managed to not remind her of that yet. It's coming. In that same conversation, she told me that she never wanted to be old because old people are boring. Oh, I know. I was like, old people are boring. And it was so clear to me that anybody who thinks anyone is boring hasn't really talked to them. Because I've never met a boring person. I've only met people whose adventures I haven't heard about yet. I mean, look around. Everyone in this room, everyone on this online campus has lived wild adventures, have gone to other countries, have done incredible things, have jumped out of airplanes and been on trapezes, speak languages that we don't know about, have worked jobs we've never heard of. There is someone in this congregation who used to be a professional fire dancer, and I invite you to figure out who it is. You'll never guess. There, online campus, please know there's finger pointing going on in the Tatum Sanctuary. Depth and connection in relationship is built on shared understanding. Sometimes that shared understanding comes because you grew up in the same place, or in the same family, or in the same religion, or in the same sport or activity. Those are easy. Sometimes, though, you have to look a little bit deeper. And the best way I have found to find that place of understanding is to lean into the energy of, I wonder. To lean into the curiosity of other people. And sometimes y'all don't want to work with me on this. I ask, I think, terribly insightful questions like, what's lighting you up these days? What are you excited about? And sometimes I get one-word answers. Don't you know I'm making you my entertainment? Entertain me. If you find yourself in a space where you're really trying to find that place of connection with someone, and they start to speak on something and change the subject, usually from the place of, I don't want to bore you with the thing I'm into, you'll see a little glimmer in their eye, a little spark around what they mention. The very best thing you could ever do in that moment is say, oh, tell me more about that. Tell me more about that. I know we all worry a little bit about putting our stuff on someone else. But what if our stuff is wonderful? So in this light, I will not hesitate to tell you about my knitting. I knitted this sweater. For people who were with us in the spring, I had just started my knitting journey, and there was an awful lot of unraveling and re-knitting and unraveling and re-knitting and unraveling and re-knitting. And Aaron Thomas made me swear, I think he made me pinky swear, that I would wear that finished sweater on the platform and announce it. So I knitted the sweater. Now, about a third of this congregation knits, and the vast majority of them knit more skillfully than I do because they've been doing it since before this past January. Am I embarrassed that I'm not as good of a knitter as them? No. I know when I see someone starting something I love that everything in me is like, oh, do it, you're going to love it, it's going to be so great. And I know that 2/3 of the people in here don't knit and probably didn't even notice I was wearing a sweater unless they were admiring these amazing puff sleeves. But I know when people tell me things that light them up, I get excited too for them. I don't have to understand knits and purls and how you shape and German short rows, man. It's okay if you're not interested in any of that because you're interested in me. You're interested in the person in front of you. So the practice here, is seeking out new understanding from one person in every outing. Can you get one person in every special activity you go to this year to share something that lights them up, that lights a spark in you as well? That is wonder. And then finally, I say finally like it's the last step, but really it's the ultimate all step, is finding wonder in the divine. Finding wonder in that space where we connect to the all that is. I don't care what you call it, God, spirit, the universe, the way it is, juju. My mom will always say, pray, and if you don't pray, send good juju. When we can't connect to that, when we feel separated from that energy within us, it is such a cold and lonely feeling. I think we've probably experienced it at least once or twice in our life. I've heard it described as barren. This is what we call the dark night of the soul. That moment when we've been trying to lean in, but it feels like we're getting dry nothingness. And there is doubt, and there is fear, and there is challenge in that. Science of mind, this general philosophy, and New Thought in general, is made up of seekers. We seek. We've read all the books, right? All of the books. We've had to buy extra bookshelves to hold all of the books. We seek another philosophy, another religion, another writer, another practice that has the answer. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, in Science of Mind, we say we value every faith tradition because we know one thing. If God is everywhere, then God is everywhere, including in every faith tradition, in every practice, in every book. Ever read a book and think it's okay and pick it up 5 years later and read it again and say, oh my God, this is life-changing because you're different. Ever read a book and say, oh my God, this is life-changing, and read it 5 years later and go, I'm not sure why I found this so interesting. Because you're different. If God is everywhere, then God is everywhere, including right in the center of who you are. We can seek, we can expand our search. But what we're looking for is already here. Ernest Holmes said in Spiritual Universe, the wonderful person you're looking for really is the divinity hidden within you. God as you. What you are looking for, you are looking with. What you are looking for, you are looking with. So if we seek to connect with the divine that is already right here, even when we forget, we're back to Reverend Karen's formula. It's a very good formula. Stop. Look. Not look. Look. And then go. How do we do this? What is this thing I'm speaking to? Science of Mind calls it practicing the presence, after that beautiful writer, Joel Goldsmith. Here we call it, come on guys, daily substantial, spiritual practice. And it doesn't really matter what your practice is. It matters only that you stay in the practice of your choice long enough that you feel that spark, that warmth, that quiet delight that lives within us when we connect with the wonder of divinity. For me, it's tears. Gentle tears just starting to rise up. That's when I know I've got it. You'll have your own way. But please honor yourself enough to lean into the practice of your choice often enough and long enough that you feel that glimmer. You deserve to live a December, a 2025, a lifetime connected to wonder. And you have the capacity to make that a priority. You have the power to make that happen. Even in the midst of, and I would say especially because of being in the midst of hard things, let wonder be part of your celebration. If this feels hard, I really invite you to participate in the Blue Holiday Service. If wonder feels unreachable for reasons you can name or reasons you cannot, let's come together and find that spark of wonder together. And so it is. So let us anchor this in with some prayer. How good it is to lean into this energy of the divine yes. To know that the magic of life is everywhere present, everywhere available, everywhere good. I breathe into it knowing it's my truth, that it's the truth of everyone within the sound of my voice, and that each beloved is met right where they are by this thing we call the One, Sweet Spirit, the Divine Mind. I affirm and know that whatever people brought into this service on their hearts, on their minds, that the divine is already working on it. that they are being held in prayer and light so full and so deep that they cannot help to respond. I call forth health and healed hearts, abundance and joy, connected families and friends, and truly everything good. I know it is so, and I let it be with gratitude, saying, and so it is.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you.
Oh, Rick, that is my favorite Christmas song. It's my favorite. Are you feeling opened up and settled in at the same time? That's what I'm feeling like. So I invite you to reach into your heart and your mind, into that place where you feel into your gratitude and your presence and your experience as we open into our offering time. And I invite you to just explore what is yours to give this day to support this community that is made up of all these beloveds, because who is MVC? We are. We are MVC, each and every one of us. I just know that in homes all over the world, people said, "We are," and their spouse making coffee said, "What?" This community exists because the people who call it home and friend decide that it exists, decide to put our money and our service and our heart and our faith into continuing to fund it and continuing to enjoy it together. And so we have offertory containers up front that when we are ready, you can bring your offering up to. We have auto tithe cards and cash envelopes in the seat backs in front of you. Online Campus is getting a link to help them see how to offer online. And if it's not your day to participate financially, I invite you to participate in consciousness. Bring a prayer, bring a high thought, bring a drop of love into the containers, into however you give. That's what it's really all about, is being in the place of giving and receiving the good. And so I invite you to hold your gift to your heart and repeat after me. This gift I give is spirit in action. I do it in love. I do it in joy. I know that there's more than enough. So I gratefully give. And I open up into a prayer of blessing over every gift and every giver, over every penny, every prayer, every thought of high consciousness, knowing that all of it comes together for the good, for all, for the very highest and best of life itself. And so it is.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Thank you, Reverend Lezli, for bringing wonder and the recognition of wonder. And yes, thank you. And what more demonstration of wonder do we need than the divine groove? Oh, thank you. We have Vic Kottner on bass, we have Fred Alweg on the drums, we have Jack Saba on guitar, Frank Smith, our musical director, on keys, and Jackie Lee, we'll just keep adding words, Jackie Lee on our, welcome back, thank you very much. And of course, our very own and wonderful Rick Bainey, thank you for your voice. Thank you. Thank you. And one more little highlight for our celebrations in December is our online festive holiday gathering, December 7th. Now, it's an online gathering of all of us. It's an opportunity for us to commingle with us in the online community. So really, it's an invitation for all of us to gather, all of us to come together and exchange holiday love and connection. So please join us in the main Zoom room from 10 to 11:30 Mountain Standard Time, for those of you on Zoom, December 7th. Fabulous. Now it's time to welcome our youth and family. Come on in. So what do we do in youth and family today?
We started off our December, and we're focusing on the sacred homecoming, the spirit of connecting through the festive season. So today we talked about how we are gifts to the world and how we can connect with others by sharing our gifts. We read the story, I Am Enough, and wrapped it up by creating lights that are filled with spiritual qualities, and we talked about the power of oneness and how we can bring all of our gifts together to share.
Yay, thank you.
And Addie is going to start off our prayer.
God is the light in this world. I am the light in this world. I know I can share my gifts with this world. I am grateful for my gifts that I share with others. I release this prayer, and so it is.
Wow, and so it is. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I love their prayers. It just makes me like so perfectly simple. And at this point, I'd like to bring our reverends up on stage, and anyone in our practitioner body, if you would all join us up on the platform here. Thank you for that. And there is also in the prayer zone happening over in this corner after service, if you would like a healing prayer, an affirmative prayer, any kind of prayer you would like, please see our practitioners. The practitioner of the day, Tina Vlassi, will be the one who'll get you in the right spot. All right. With that, if everyone would please stand for our peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as our power. Loved ones all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and now it begins with me.
All right. We will end with our benediction. If you would please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. Something wonderful is happening through me It is this thing called life. Life is in my body. Oh, life is in my mind. Life is all that I am. I claim it. I am it. Thank you, life. And so it is.
I am a light. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world.
In this world.
In this world.
In this world.
I am a light.
I am a light.
I am a light.
I am a light.
In this world.
In this world.
In this world.
In this world.
This is the place.
This is the place.
This is the time.
This is the time.
Let it shine. Let it shine. The joy.
I see the joy.
I see the joy.
I see the joy.
In this world.
In this world.
In this world.
In this world.
I see the joy.
I see the joy.
I see the joy.
I see the joy.
In this world.
In this world.
In this world.
In this world.
This is the place.
This is the place.
This is the time.
This is the time.
Let it shine. Let it shine. I'm living love every day.
Living love every day.
I'm 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 living love every day.
Spreading peace along the way.
Spreading peace along the way.
Right time.
Right time.
Right place.
Right place.
Living love every day. We are the light.
We are the light.
We are the light.
We are the light.
In this world.
In this world.
In this world.
In this world.
We are the light.
We are the light.
We are the light.
We are the light.
In this world.
In this world.
In this world.
This world.
This is the place.
This is the place.
This is the time.
This is the time.
Let it shine. Let it shine. This is the place.
This is the place.
This is the time.
This is the time.
Let it shine. Let it shine. This is the place.
This is the place.
This is the time.
This is the time.
Let it shine. Let it shine.